you have ADHD and maybe even you're new to your diagnosis, I want to tell you the secret to unlocking a life that is more in line with what you want. If you have an out-of-the-box idea or strategy that can help you, do it. Hi friends, I'm Maguire and I am here to talk about all things ADHD and friendship. Before we move on, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know how these strategies work for you. Many of you write me and tell me that you are newly diagnosed with ADHD and autism, and you are feeling that you can't tell your family or friends, and that you're not being supported, and that you have ideas and strategies to make your life better, but you feel self-conscious about them, worrying about criticism from others, or feeling like your ideas are just a little out of the box. Now, one of the dilemmas with ADHD is that what works for you may not work for me. And so when we go on this social journey together and you're trying to figure things out, I want to give you the biggest first step of your life, which is if you can think of it, you can try it, and it might work. And if you think that something might work and it's out of the box, I would try it. I'm gonna share with you some of my biggest wacky out-of-the-box ideas that help me manage and thrive with my ADHD. They've taken me a long time to develop, but I also have these strategies based on my creativity. A lot of them, I was like, hey, I wonder if it will work. How did I get here? Well, I was thinking about what made me feel empowered and what makes me able to use these strategies. And when I was 25 and I discovered my ADHD, I worked with an awesome therapist who began to educate me and unlock things. I fully admit to you that working for Dr. Ned Hollowell for years and my mentor, David Gwerk at the ADD Coach Academy, it all helped me to feel that creativity and trying different things could work. And therefore, I started trying these things early on, and it empowered me. And I want to give you permission to proceed, as my friend David would say, and tell you that these wacky, out-of-the-box strategies that you think of, I've been a coach for 20 years, and many of the things that my clients and I come up with are experiments. They're experiments that I use to try to figure things out, and many of the best ideas come from my clients. So don't dismiss ideas, and you don't have to tell everybody. How you get through is how you get through. How I learn things is different, and our processing style and how we process information with ADHD is different. So I have collected these out-of-the-box ways, and many of them work. Some of my wacky strategies include strategies like throwing something and having my kids do laps in the pool to memorize times tables. I throw something in the pool, they dive to retrieve it, they swim a lap, they come back, they tell me the times table. We bounce on the trampoline and do flashcards. I run on the treadmill and listen to Rocky #5, the one with the Russian, and while I'm still sweaty, I sit down and write because I have that dopamine. I was a theater kid and a bookworm. So my social spy strategy for observing and noticing came from my background in acting. I liked to pretend I was Harriet the Spy or Agatha Christie. And I noticed when Jessica McCabe and I were working on her book, she had this great phrase where she said, we miss stuff. And so becoming a better social observer and noticing patterns, all those strategies that I used, that came from my creativity, and it was a little wacky. White noise really helps me in creating conditions and environment. So I will sometimes ride the train and write on the train. And I often also go to Dunkin' Donuts and sit in my car and write. Get the dopamine, and the dopamine will help you to propel yourself forward. So anything you can think of that gets dopamine is a great thing to do. I have pads of paper all over the house, and when I have something that I need to remember, I pull out that pad of paper and write it down, especially if I don't have my phone or my notes app. If you think it, you can do it. Do you have out-of-the-box ideas that you reject? Why? Let's try it. It can be hard because we always don't feel as confident, and maybe you're new to this journey. But narrate your wins and notice the things that work. And what I think you'll notice is that some of them are adaptations and they come from you. Thank you to everyone who stayed on till the end. Please let me know how your strategies go and if there are things that you are now trying. Bye, friends.